Hello, this is Lisa Hazard with the podcast We Are All Psychic, and Misty's not here today, but we have Angelina back. Oh my God. I'm so excited.
Yay!
So Angelina, do you still think we're all psychic?
Of course.
All right, she got the question out of the way. So listeners, today, this is a video podcast. We're trying to make a video podcast. We'll see how it turns out. If not, it'll just be audio, but it'll be a video podcast on Spotify. Angelina has been on the podcast a few times, and last time we had her, she invited me to her moon session, and I actually have been to 3 of them now. So listeners, it's kind of hard to explain what a moon session is. And Angelina, we've been getting to be friendlier and stuff, and we've been trying to find out ways to describe what these sessions are like. So Angelina, you want to give it a first shot, like a summary, like, or maybe one sentence kind of summary or something, and then we'll get into it. Try.
Well, it is a space. I would say it's a safe space for highly sensitive empaths and those that are wanting to hone their psychic awareness and their abilities while integrating and being more connected with their physical body. How to develop that.
That's perfect. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what we just did it.
I mean, it's really about we're going through Mama Earth in order to be more expansive in our galactic experience. So really like being earthly beings in our physical body, everything that we are made of, all of that, the more connected and integrated we are in being present with that, expands us out, amplifies us out from our source of life, or our source of the universe, our soul self speaking through. As we embody that, it expands our aura, our awesomeness.
Yes, it's amazing. So listeners, my experience with it, the first time we did it, it was just Angelina and me. But I didn't really know. I mean, I kind of had an idea it would be something pretty amazing, but I didn't really know what to expect. She, with her voice and the way she talks, I've told Angelina this, but listeners, and I think you may have picked this up from if you've listened to the podcast with the ones with Akasha on them. Angelina has that same capability of telling people stuff and they just get it. I can't explain what it is she does, and she sings it sometimes, and she sometimes speaks and sings in other languages. It's really hard to cohesively put it together because every single moon session is different based on who is there. And then you can also watch them later. And so she starts with the new moon, and the new moon is the intentions. So talk about the intentions, Angelina. I'd love you to talk about that.
Yeah. So as far as the moon sessions, I look at the new moon and the full moon as pillar points. So they're pillars of light, or just points for us to meet and greet. And really and there are also times where the energy is a bit more amplified in creation, in faith, right? And so starting with the new moon, I've woven in working with the lunation cycles and intention setting for that. And yet it's not really all about that. It's just that, it's the integration and the awareness, the expanded state of our psychic abilities. And so on the new moon timeframe, what I will usually do is ask for those that are in the group. They're usually about 5 to 7, because I'm holding the space, but I'm also I'm sensing into those that are the active participants and running patterns. So creating patterns that are based in light as a light weaver. And they have a real clear focus, theme. And so each person brings in their new moon intention. So it's those that are familiar with setting intentions or working with the moon cycle. This sort of is an opportunity for them to start to get familiar with that and their own abilities.
Yeah.
And I'll ask for it a couple days before, because a few days before I start the connection with what angelic presence, which maybe star seed light beings, Gaia energies, who's going to be arriving on each, to support us. And I'll do a meditation to get the clarity on what is the focus, even though I do relate it to what the new moon, astrologically speaking, is going to how about
Yeah,
that?
the intention usually, and witches do that. A lot of witchcraft in magic, they will set an intention at the new moon and bring
Yeah,
it to fruition at the full moon. So it really works with a lot of
absolutely.
other energy workers' beliefs and work, how they already are working. It's great. I'd love to talk about my intention because I had been trying to feel my heart again, listeners. I think I might have mentioned that on one of the podcasts, but I had kind of built up a lot of walls around my heart. I couldn't feel love. I could feel it if I asked my guides to
Mhm.
let me, have some gratitude. And then I would feel love in my heart. It's hard to explain. I mean, I feel love, but I wouldn't feel it from other people who love me. I just wouldn't, I couldn't feel it. It was weird, listeners. So I wrote to Angelina. I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but I wanted to feel love again in my heart. And she said that she works, like she just told you, she works before the actual moon session. She weaves light. I didn't know what she was doing, but when she was doing it at some point the week before the moon session, the first one, I felt a change in my physical, like energy body, my energetic body. I felt a change. Like it was like a Tuesday. I can't remember. It was at night, and I just knew it was you. I knew it was you doing like something, and it felt good. And I felt like I was. It wasn't Reiki. It didn't feel like Reiki. It felt like what you had described as light weaving, and you had described it to me really well one time, to where I understood it better.
Mhm.
And it felt like there were threads of light, like going through me, being realigned. Is kind of what it felt like. Like they were going like this, and then it kind of went like this. Is what it felt like to me, listeners. So then, throughout, we did the session, and I can't describe exactly what it's like because it's different. All three are different. The first one, just us. Oh, I felt amazing afterwards. The whole day, we did it at 10:30. I think she starts them at 10:30 our time. And I just felt great the whole day. And I set my intention. I was ready. So halfway through
Yeah.
the month,
And just to clarify, so each group does have active participants in it, even if they don't arrive in the physical form. The way that I work the patterns, so I weave each person's intention in the hypnotic trance meditation that we go through, as well as I'm holding the space that is being woven in light patterns to support each individual's intention and to support the collective group as well. And often what will happen is I may channel in these sessions, and I also may sing, do sound healing. It's a variety that just is being woven through and happens in the moment based on the energy and the
yeah,
alignment. And so the people that cannot make it that day, they're still part of the energetics. And then they go and they can watch it at a different time, still aligning with the energetics and the power transference. So they're embodying the experience as well. And each person they have worked with me. So it is a familiar sensation, a power transference that can occur even if they're not at that time, because we work from the perspective that is beyond time and in infinite space, the holographic perspective. And that's how I ultimately am creating the space for each one of us. And that's so I
it's
wanted to clarify.
amazing. Oh, but before I go into what happened with my intentions, listeners, I would like to say that in those sessions where there were other people, that I'm not as sensitive as Angelina is to a lot of things, but especially in the last moon session, I could feel the other people. She asks us to turn our screens off and get comfortable, and she sings. She does this hypnotic trance stuff. I don't know how to say it. I mean, it's just it feels good. You can feel your energy changing, but I could feel the other group members. I had my eyes closed, but I kind of saw them like around me, like we were pillars in like kind of like a Stonehenge or something. It just felt like we were all these pillars, and that was a really good connected feeling. I mean, I could feel them, and they are in different places. We're on Zoom, I mean, it's pretty amazing. But
Yeah, they're all over the country. That
yeah,
right now it's just women, but there will be men joining in the future.
yeah,
And I mean that's the idea here. That is what I hope for each one of the people that are active participants, is that they do, even though you perceived yourself to not have that sensitivity in the past, you're building that muscle.
Right.
You're very, very psychic already with what you do. And there are other perspectives and other aspects that some of us were dominant in certain areas. And so we want to learn how to strengthen the muscle in a way that is more omnipresent, that is more inclusive to all of our abilities and our sensations. So that's really a beautiful thing that, as you moved and progressed through, you went through one full month and then you did the other the recent one, that you were able to sense that. That's
Yeah, it was really amazing. And but listeners, with my intention, so I wanted to feel love again. Now, yeah, I know you're dying to know if I felt love again. I did. I woke up one morning and I felt so much love. I just woke up and I slept so good. It was probably close to the full moon. And I just woke up and opened my eyes. And I usually wake up like, everything hurts, but it didn't. And because I don't know why, but I just felt the love, and I smile and stretch and wake and I feel love. And I just felt it. And I've had another healer helping me with this as well. And this is like, it happened. So with this next new moon we just did, I'm not going to tell you that intention. That one's a secret. But we'll let you know if it does. I think it will. I think it's going to work. I mean, I have utter faith that.
Yeah. And the full moon, do you want to sort of describe that, how it was different than the new moon?
Yeah, the full moon.
And just to clarify, we do not meet on those specific days. Again, this is really about just coming together in this form and working on the, all of these themes and these focuses that are amplified in these two moon points. They can be applied at any time in your life. And we usually meet on a Sunday at 10:30. So it's in preparation too for the actual experience, so that you all can just go and be the active participant and embody it more so. So it's not really, again, it's really important to know that this can be applicable, effective at any time in your life. If your intuition is drawing you to it, then that's what's up for you. Whatever angels are, arriving that day, or light beings, or whatever that focus is that you are ready to embrace, that's when it's going to serve. So I just wanted to clarify that. And yeah, we still do work with the moon cycle because it affects patterns in life.
It does.
Emotion, right? It's part of it, in astrology. It governs our intuition and our psychic awareness.
Perfect.
It's about safety. It's about nurturing. It's about transformation and embracing change, right? So that's powerful. It's a symbol of that. And it influences water, much like the tides. Well, we have water, and it governs subconscious mind and limiting, that's what we're working with, is shifting the limiting beliefs and really changing your perspective on who you are, to fall in love with yourself over and over again. And working that subconscious mind is one of the most powerful things to do for self, and working with the emotions too that are, have been denied and suppressed. The full moon is going to kind of amplify and bring some of those up. So this is a powerful time for us to meet and greet and stabilize, or at least be prepared with, how am I going to observe myself and take care of myself, and maybe not take things so personally from the outside world, right?
And also there's a feeling when in the hypnotic trance, when I've been in them, there's a feeling of just in the moment. I can't explain it. It's just, you're in the moment. I am in the moment. I'm here. I'm floating. She says, I'm floating. It's like, I feel like everything's really light. You said there's one point, and a lot of the trance and the hypnosis and the meditation stuff, it's like, I'm so in the moment, I can't remember it. I have to go back and watch the video. Yeah. But I do remember like a lot of different things, especially the physical sensations of just peace and lightness. And I mean, I felt light in my body. It felt like there was light, and I could imagine it, and it was there, and I would I mean, I think one of the best things I would love for you to do if you wanted to is maybe a tuning fork for the listeners so they can get an idea about what that feels like. I bet they could pick that up pretty well.
Well, I have one that you may not hear, and I don't have my resonator, but I can use. Hold on a sec. Let me.
Oh, I hear that.
Ooh. So this is one for dissolving pain.
Oh, it works.
Pain. Oh yeah, that's really nice.
Wow. My neck actually feels better.
My shoulders. It's
Why do I get that? I need one of those.
The shoulders and the tension and stress in your neck or wherever it is in your body. So even Lisa, if you want, where you're feeling discomfort, bring your awareness to that space and invite in the ease, the flow.
Worked.
Yeah. To support it, right? Because wherever your focus goes, that energy is going to support that, where your awareness is, right? You're like,
oh, it's so weird that where the bone spur is in my neck, when you hit that, it goes away. It stops hurting.
Yeah. And so your attention on your intention, that's key, right?
It is. Yeah. It's a great demonstration. That's amazing.
Creating that state. We want to be active participants in creating our lives, right?
Yeah, that's a very hard thing to do and really wrap your head around if am I or am I not? And try to figure out if I am or not. I think for me, I don't think I was very much of an active participant in my life when I was younger. But, as a 46-year-old, I have been a lot more, or I should say a lot less afraid of living my life, taking control of my life and trying to, just enjoy myself with me. And it took a long time to get
there. Who you are, embodying it.
It feels good.
You are worth it. You are lucky. Yeah.
And you've helped me, and the podcast's listeners have helped me by listening.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if any of you listeners decide to do some moon session or with Angelina, or you decide to check it out, I can't recommend it enough. I just can't. So I guess like the last,
just to be clear on the full moon. So that one's a bit different because that's when we release the intentions as a group. And so for the new moon, you are creating that clear and concise, less is more intention, right? Because we have more of an focus on that one thing, especially in the beginning. It's more likely that that'll happen, right?
Right.
The cycle. And as you become more of a master of creation manifestation, then you can sort of delegate and have a list of many. And I always recommend making an intention for each day that supports a big umbrella intention. So when you're moving through the 2 weeks into the full moon, you are actively seeing it. You're saying, oh, there it is, whether it's a color or a symbol, or you're feeling it, dancing with it. And it's saying, yes, I am creating this. I'm using the energy of the moon to support this creation. And then on the full moon, we meet again. And that's more about release. You're releasing in faith. It's about gratitude. And, what did I learn in the process? What was I challenged with in facing a creation of my intention, right? And so at this phase, it's more about in the groups when we meet, I definitely will go over what the full moon will embody based on the sign and the energies, and also what the feedback is from the participants in the group. And this one happens to be more where I will be channeling, singing in light language or whatever Gaia. Sometimes I like to call it Gaia language too. It's different, has different tonal qualities.
It's amazing.
And that's more of where I'm offering up, instead of like a hypnotic meditative trance, it's going to be more like I'm facilitating the clearing and the support for the release, whatever that is for the individual. And it's an awesome opportunity because we're a little bit more sensitive at that time to support each other and to sense that, across space and time as empaths, to really dial in to one another and be supported, feel that love connection, that heart vibration.
And I did.
Yeah.
I felt it and I still feel
So
it.
that's how they're different, you know?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
as we move into the next new moon cycle, you are just sort of breathing and having that faith base, really saying, yes, I have faith that the universe has my back. I have my back. I am, you know, I embody it. It's with me. And continuing to do those things and putting your attention on that, even as the challenges come up. And then, you know, usually in the dark phase of the moon, right before the new moon, that's where you get to assess, did you get it? Did it arrive? What may have, you know, what did you receive? How did you receive it? Do you want to keep building on that? So that's just the general way I've always done moon and like intentions for the with the moon. And then these sessions are here, just like I said, to help support yourself and each other, you know, to coming
And it
together.
works. And, you know,
Yeah.
it's something you're saying really stands out to me. Basically, like when we first began the podcast, your one sentence was like, work with your energy. It was helping you build your energy, build your muscle, you know, your energetic, psychic, magic, whatever you want to work with, your energy, you're strengthening it. So,
Your relationship with self.
yes. And it's really doing this kind of what Angelina does, the way she does it. It teaches like even someone who's never worked with energy could do this, and they would experience like it's like teaching people how to, like you said, create their own lives the way they want, and taking one little step, like an intention on a new moon, a day of a new moon, and taking it for 28 days or to the full moon. It teaches you that your energy has power. It teaches you that your intention and your energy can
That
manifest.
You are power.
You're powerful. And it's not about, I'm going to take over the world. It's about power over the self.
It's working with a greater system.
Yes.
Unified field of consciousness with nature. We are nature. And, you know, paying attention and learning how you can move and what are your moods, what are your emotions, and just being present in your life. Yes. Right. Yes. As you're doing that, it's taking responsibility. Nothing is making anything happen to us, really. It's going to amplify a little bit and distract, but we are the ones that have the power to choose how we participate, to choose with whom that we align with. And destiny unfurls from that. Your higher calling is there. It's there for you to know intimately who you really are, your authentic voice, your unique way, allowing yourself to play. And that's what, you know, I love it to be an opportunity for us to embrace that, to play this magical way.
And we do. It does feel like play, and it feels happy. It feels joyful. I mean, I can't explain it, and it feels powerful. Yeah, but it's all play. It's very enjoyable. It feels like when I'm in the moon, when I've done the moon sessions, and even throughout the month when we're not doing, you know, we're not having a session, I'm just aware of it. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it, and I can feel the changes, and it's me doing it. You know, when I take responsibility, it's like I'm doing it myself. My people in my group are helping me. Angelina's helping me. But I made the decision to do this thing, and it happened, you know, and just with energy, just with working with intention and energy and the moon and Angelina. So, I mean, listeners, it's a great thing to do. I think you should too. And you should too. But I would like to thank my sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app where you can get your advice from psychics and empaths so you can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve. Thank you, everclear.com. And Angelina, is there anything else you'd like to tell the listeners? I'll put your information, listeners. I'll put inclusivehealing.com. That's her website. I'll put her info again in the podcast description. You have any last words for the listeners?
I don't think so. I mean, I just, you know, blessings to all, really. Oh. And we don't need to don't be afraid to embrace who you really are.
That's right. That's the best message.
The fear is there as an opportunity, a tool. And, you know, when we just start to look at it as an opportunity to be empowered, to embrace ourselves, man, we can really fly. It's a magical experience. And
It is.
and also, to be clear, it doesn't mean that, like, I'm not going through pain or having challenges in my life, suffering, or what this does is it really is a foundation of hope when you're struggling. It's a movement of grace and that inner knowing that is joy, and having that power within to be resilient and or to be soft and vulnerable, and to allow you to just express. This is a true gift to be human. And so there, you're going to go through all of the different emotions. That's part of it, right? It's powerful when you honor yourself and say, yes, I am here. I am a light being here to have this awesome experience as a human. And so it makes a lot of maybe the pain, the suffering, and all of that, it's a lot more easy to manage. You tend to create pathways that are more fluid and free and supported physically with, what you do and what you know is best for yourself, and those that you choose to call upon to support you in that time of need, which we all have, no matter what. And doing that is what, that's the beauty, really. And then the opportunity to know that sometimes when you feel so alone and you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to, or the person that you talk to is not answering the phone, that you can call on angelic presence, that you can call on these magical, multidimensional light beings that are there, and they will appear as, when you have faith in that. It's like having a cat or your dog or your plants, and really sensing in to their support, that support. And so, I can't tell you how many times where I've been just bawling my head off because I was heartbroken, or, I always say it's like breaking through things, right? But it's pain, or just feeling really alone at times just because, and don't need to know why. And so that's when I say, okay, I instantly am just like, who's coming in to support me?
Please help.
Yeah.
Please help.
Be in the angelic realm for just to put me to sleep at night. And it does happen. It does. And usually within a day or two, I'm met with some opportunity or some sort of path that says, hey, look, you got this. We got this, and then
we made it. We made it through those 2 days of hell.
Learning and growth, and a new perception to embrace as in this human body that I, constantly am going back to, like, yes, okay, more gratitude for it, because the mind frack happens. Seriously, right? I've got definitely some thoughts in here. I'm just like, really?
Ooh, that wasn't me. That was me. Yeah. Yeah. That was a great message.
That's why this is powerful, is because I get to show up to express my higher calling, and we get to come together which supports each other, and these small are very intimate. And, and I think that even if it's not here, finding it elsewhere that really works to remind you of that radiance.
Yes.
Yeah. That source self within, and the heart. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us charged. We expand from our center and just like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah. Right. It's powerful. And something, Angelina, that I've learned from you is, it's something I've chased all my life. And I've, in more recent years, I feel like I'm there. But something I admire about you is if you have hardships, like you just talked about, you put it behind you. You know, you don't live in the past. You're always, it seems to me, you
it's a
are.
work in progress.
Yeah, for me it is too. I'm not like all the time.
I do
Yeah,
my best all the time. Yes.
but you do. You have a way, and you have a way of healing other people and yourself. I think you started with yourself. So I think it's really great that you do this work.
I'm constantly, my perception is I don't perceive myself as a healer to others. Really, it's like I'm the healer for me, and like I am a healing artist, and I really want to, I know that I am a catalyst for others to sense into the vibration that is
You are.
healing,
Yeah.
and I want to encourage that each one of us has the power within us.
Yes.
The medicine is within. The medicine's within me and others outside. Yes, I seek counsel outside, human and angelic, a lot, often.
Me too.
And often that's what, like, then it starts to reflect back, and I can sort of work through things and be like, oh yeah, back into me, back into my wisdom. What's my wisdom telling me? And then I might go out and ask and consult others as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It works. You try. You find a way. You always find a way to move forward. It's like it's a great way to be. It's a great attitude. It really is, and it's admirable to me. Admirable. I can't word today. Before we get started the podcast, Angelina and I were both we can't talk today, but we'll try.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, we showed up. I was like,
We showed up. Yeah. We set an intention to have this podcast, and we did it. Yeah. So listeners, as always, thank you so much for listening. Love you. And Angelina, thank you so much for coming again and being a guest. Yeah. I always love it when you're here. And thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, morning, wherever you are.
Bye. Yay.